Welcome to our webinar. My name is Camille McClellan.
And I'm Brett McClellan.
And we would like to thank you for taking the time to be here with us as we try to spread the word and how you can reclaim your health naturally. Specifically, take control of your own personal autoimmune issues.
And we know from personal experience that the information provided in this webinar will help you decrease or possibly even eliminate your autoimmune problems. So we think you'll get a lot out of it. But in order to do so, you might want to put your phone on silent or turn off the radio or the TV and reduce any other distractions so that you don't miss this very important information.
As you know, today we'll be talking to you about the keys to reducing your autoimmune symptoms. By far, autoimmune issues are the most prevalent issues that we come across during our years of helping people get healthy naturally. Dozens and dozens of people suffering from autoimmune problems have benefited from our assistance, and we've found that our program helped a vast majority of their symptoms extremely quickly. We're so passionate about spreading the word that we've decided to host this free webinar to help as many people out as possible.
Both of us have also personally suffered from autoimmune conditions in the past, and we've discovered natural ways to recover without having to take pharmaceutical drugs.
You know, we know that you wouldn't be here at this webinar right now if you were not also suffering. Believe me, you're not alone. We've seen the same autoimmune issues over and over again and successfully helped our family, friends, clients overcome them. Autoimmune issues are very rampant and in today's society, and there are many reasons why. We'll talk about the main reasons today. The bottom line is that we know that we can help you with the information provided in this webinar.
Now, in all likelihood, you're with us today if you're suffering from some sort of autoimmune issue, obviously. You've gone to many doctors, been poked, prodded, and prescribed drugs. You may feel alone, confused, frustrated, and you need an answer. You're tired of popping pills and then suffering the side effects. You're willing to make a commitment to reclaim control of your health, and you want to try your very best to do so naturally and without drugs.
Let me assure you that if you fit in any of the above categories, you're in the right place today, because we're going to cover the impact of autoimmune conditions in today's society, the main causes of autoimmunity, so you can understand why it's happening to you, and what you could do today to dramatically reduce your symptoms naturally and begin experiencing a normal, even better than normal life, including reducing or eliminating your symptoms, regaining consistent energy through the day, regaining your hormonal balance, and improving your memory.
And again, we're so passionate about helping those with autoimmunity that we felt we needed to hold this free webinar to reach as many people as we can. And we promise to teach you as much as we can in the amount of time that we have, and then we'll tell you how we can provide personal assistance to those of you with more acute, resilient symptoms that don't seem to go away with time. For those of you that may require more assistance from us, stay through the entire webinar, and we'll have a special offer for you at the end.
Yeah, is this you? You've spent too much time and money on doctor visits and pharmaceuticals. You know, your friends and family don't understand your condition. Autoimmunity is impacting your entire life, and you're missing time at work. You're very constantly feeling lethargic, tired, and sleepy, and you've been disappointed with other health strategies. You're also confused about what direction to go for improvement. I've been there, and I've struggled with autoimmunity since I was a child. And later in life, I was faced with additional autoimmune and immunological concerns that actually made my life much more difficult. my digestive problems grew worse and worse, and every doctor I visited turned me away, thinking that my symptoms were psychosomatic. I suffered with acid reflux with every meal, and even suffocated at night because of it. When I was in medical school, I saw many patients suffering with conditions that I felt could be addressed with more natural solutions. So I decided to enter alternative medicine, and I never looked back. I dedicated several more years to integrated medicine, receiving my doctorate in homeopathy, naturopathy. I gave further studies in homeopathy with a 3-year certification. I'm going to turn it over now to Brett, who's going to talk to you about his story.
Again, my name is Brett McClellan, and I'm a certified Primal Blueprint expert. If you haven't heard of the Primal Blueprint, an ancestral health program consisting of lifestyle changes, including diet and exercise. How did I get there? Well, when I was in my 30s, I started gaining undesirable weight that I couldn't seem to lose no matter how active I was. I also started getting cholesterol issues, for which, of course, I was prescribed a drug, a statin. I also started getting a little bit more reflux. Eventually, I had to have an operation to resolve some issues relating to reflux. I also started experiencing arthritis in my feet. I actually had to have an operation for that as well. So I had plenty of uncomfortable operations that have sidelined me as a result of some autoimmune issues. And the doctors told me that this kind of thing just comes with age, which for me, being a scientist and somewhat athletic, it was entirely unacceptable. I did not appreciate that answer. I didn't accept it. But I didn't really know any better. So I kind of had to accept it, I guess, at the time. Now I do know better, and I know better because of my wife, Camille. And when we first met, she was experiencing quite possibly the very worst case of reflux that I've ever seen. And she was hardly able to eat 2 bites of a meal before reflux actually prevented her from eating more. And this was with the drugs, the purple pill and all of the other drugs leading up to that purple pill, and lots of other drugs that had been prescribed to her already. So she had really bad reflux. And around that time, I was listening to a podcast on which an ancestral health expert was the guest. And basically, he rattled off all of the symptoms that Camille was suffering from without ever having met Camille. And he basically rattled off all of her symptoms and why she was suffering from them. So it all made sense to me at the time. So we decided to give the ancestral health model a try. And the results were flat out amazing. Camille could eat normally almost overnight. And in fact, both of us eliminated our reflux symptoms. I lost the extra weight, came off my cholesterol meds, and stopped experiencing the pains of arthritis entirely. Haven't experienced any of those pains since. And since we started with this new ancestral health model, I quickly became obsessed with it because it works so well, absorbing as much information as I could, as often as I could. And this lifestyle has been scientifically shown to greatly improve not only autoimmune conditions, but general health across the board. So we began incorporating it into our programs with clients, and to great success. We also believe that our combined set of skills gives us a unique advantage over standard healthcare practitioners, because we can deliver our clients a complete package of natural health, beginning with the solid foundation of diet and exercise, and supplementing with safe, natural alternative medicine principles.
When treated correctly, our clients have consistently experienced elimination and reduction of symptoms and more consistent energy all day, improved digestion, improved clarity of thought, and dramatic weight loss, mostly without effort. And about 24 million Americans suffer with autoimmune conditions. As you see on the list on the screen, this is obviously an autoimmune epidemic, And the results have been a dramatic increase in pharmaceutical drug usage with side effects, and people are more sick and with less productive production at work and at home. You know, people are less able to enjoy their own personal life, their family and their friends. People are less healthy since they've been programmed to think that all we need to do is pop a pill and we'll get better. Meanwhile, healthcare costs continue to rise every year.
Let's start getting into the main causes of autoimmunity, and the 4 items listed up there on the screen. Today's standard Western diet, or standard American diet, or however you want to say it. Modern sedentary work and home environments, increased stress in our daily lives, and lack of sleep. If you can correct these 4 items, you have gone a long way in decreasing your autoimmune issues. But let's get into these items right now. First of all, the standard Western diet. This is not good for you. What you see on the screen right now is not good for you. It takes its toll on you after decades and decades of intake. It is very, very bad for you, such that you see autoimmunity on the rise, cancer on the rise, all of these things. You are what you eat. And the standard Western diet is grossly deficient in essential nutrients. It's wildly excessive in sugars and carbohydrates, and therefore promotes gut inflammation or leaky gut syndrome. And the causes of leaky gut, this is a huge thing in autoimmunity. This is a big player in why people have autoimmune conditions. So they have leaky gut. You have lectins. And lectins are basically a plant's natural defense mechanism against enemies. And some animals, like birds, are very well adapted to consuming lectins, but humans are not. Lectins can cause severe digestive problems in people, especially those with celiac disease. And all people, that's 100% of people, react negatively to gluten to some degree. Gluten is the most problematic, and again, all people react negatively to gluten. It's just a matter of degrees. Also, problem chemicals out there are phytates. Phytates are anti-nutrients, which basically prevent the body's proper absorption of essential nutrients, which, of course, logically leads to nutrient deficiencies in essential vitamins and minerals. Saponins are also bad guys in the gut. They can permeate not only gut cell membranes, but also the membranes of all other cells in the body. So they're real bad guys, real bad guys. They can cause permeability across the board in your entire body systems. Lactose and casein are mainly found in dairy, of course, and 75% of the people on the globe are lactose intolerant. When you're intolerant, you get inflammation of the gut. You have inflammation of the gut, you can get leaky gut syndrome. Casein is also found in dairy products. It's a very similar in structure to gluten, and likewise can cause similar problems as gluten. The bottom line here is that by consuming today's standard modern diet, you are providing ammunition to the toxins that attack your body from the inside. Here's a little graphic on it. I mean, I just explained it to you, but you can see that how a leaky gut will let toxins and microorganisms and whatnot into your bloodstream, causing all of the problems down there at the bottom of the screen. All right, so let's get into the next main cause, and that is of autoimmunity, and that is sedentary lifestyle.
Nice. The next cause of autoimmunity is sedentary lifestyle. Today's modern work and living environments actually reduce movement. It causes muscle atrophy, and it promotes insulin resistance and fat storage. It also promotes systemic inflammation and reduces general fitness levels. Another main cause of autoimmunity is stress. It promotes a hectic life pace. It reduces the ability to relax, enjoy yourself, enjoy life. It causes excessive stress and puts a lot of stress on your body and mind. It reduces the ability for you to sleep well, and causes hormonal imbalances, and again, promotes systemic inflammation. Lastly, last cause of autoimmunity is lack of sleep, which adversely affects all the human body systems. It causes hormonal imbalances, once again, and promotes systemic inflammation. This is a very vicious cycle throughout life.
Very bad, and it may come as a surprise, but those are the four main causes of autoimmune problems. And it boils down to this, and we're going to let you know what you can do naturally about it right now, and that is formulate your action plan. There's 4 steps in our opinion here. And one, you have to have a commitment to change your life, to live a healthier lifestyle. You have to have that commitment to yourself. If you don't have it, there's no sense in going to the doctor. He's not going to be able to help you if you're not going to want to live a healthy lifestyle. How could you follow his instructions unless you had a commitment to be healthier? You also need to improve your diet. That's our second step. Eliminate the foods with the commonly offending agents mentioned earlier in the webinar, and we call this a digestive reset. We recommend it as a baseline for all clients initially, and that's because it has 4 immediate benefits. Those benefits are the modulation of insulin spikes so that you don't get any crashes. You have constant energy throughout the day. It used to be when I would go to work, I would stop through the drive-thru, grab a biscuit, some hash browns, and a sweet tea on the way to work. And of course, I would just crash hard in the middle of the morning and have to get an energy drink. Which I used to buy by the caseload, by the way. That was no good for me. I would get all sugared up again, then crash again, and then lunchtime would come, and you get the idea. It's a roller coaster out there, and there are so many people who continually experience that roller coaster. That goes away with the reset, the digestive reset here, and also any digestive complaints that you may have, they will likely improve fairly rapidly, just like what happened with Camille and her reflux issues, and me and my reflux issues. They went away pretty darn quickly when you get rid of those offending foods. You'll probably notice that during the reset, you actually think more clearly, like a thin veil of fog has been lifted from your brain. I noticed this about 3 or 4 days into the reset, and this is due to the gut-brain-skin axis, which is a topic for a future date. Now, typically, we also see, as a side effect of the digestive reset, dramatic weight loss within the first 3 to 6 months of implementing the reset. That's not to say that you'll be resetting for 6 months. That's just to say that some people do reset for 6 months. And we always see pretty dramatic weight loss in those people who are overweight. And sticking with the ancestral health template, including diet and exercise, achieving and maintaining your ideal weight is very easy. Additionally, those who wish to gain weight will also benefit from the reset, since they'll be better able to absorb nutrients, and thus they'll be better able to achieve their ideal weight. The third step in your action plan is to move. You got to figure out a way to incorporate more movement into your life every single day. Many people think that you have to implement a very strict regimen of very frequent and very intense physical exercise, going to the gym every day, lifting heavy weights for an hour or something like that. That is not the case. It is actually worse for you than the other way around, and that is to do it at your own pace. You don't have to be a gym junkie. It's actually much easier than that, and we can tell you how. And let's move on to the 4th step in your action item.
The 4th step in the action plan is sleep. Lack of sleep is associated with all sorts of autoimmune problems across the board. And in implementing the 3 steps above, you'll find that you have more consistent energy throughout the day. And, if you have more consistent energy, you actually have more production. And if you have more production, you have more efficiency. And if you are more efficient, then you can find more time for quality sleep, which will improve your health immensely.
There's your action plan. We'll recap that in a few minutes. And right now, I'd like to go ahead and make a special offer to you. Now, how would you like us to prepare a customized autoimmune reset plan, provide easy-to-follow nutritional support, and reduce or eliminate your autoimmune systems? Now, we can do that.
Right now, you might be stuck with one of these. You're confused, frustrated with your doctors, not solving the root cause of your symptoms. You may have given up on accepting and accepted this just comes with age. Or you may be determined to find a natural solution and you're committed to making it work. Which one's more like you? We can help no matter where you are stuck. Your health is our obsession, and we would customize and implement a lifestyle plan for you, and with natural recommendations to help solve the root causes of your symptoms. We will be available to you at your convenience throughout the entire plan.
And now, as of today, we have set aside 5 hours for autoimmune reset sessions. On these calls, we'll lay out an easy and effective plan for you to finally deal with your autoimmune conditions naturally and effectively. It's a bold promise, we know, but after years of experience, we are confident in our results, very confident in our results. We see the good results all the time, and our plan is going to help you to reduce or eliminate your autoimmune symptoms, heal your body naturally without prescription medications, and regain your energy and zest for life, even if you have tried all possible other avenues before.
Now, this call is not for everyone. You would be right for this call if you need to talk to a professional immediately. You're close to giving up, but you want to give it one last try. You're frustrated, but still committed to living a better life naturally. Here's how to apply. Go to the link shown. There's a website page. Complete a short questionnaire and book your session. But time is a factor. The sessions are popular and they always fill up fast, so especially during the holidays. So take your commitment and make it now and apply today.
Now let's go back over the action plan. You have to do this. If you come away from this webinar at all, you have to do these 4 steps, and one is commit to the change. That's the easiest part. All you got to do is commit to the change. Make that promise to yourself. You owe it to yourself to live the life that you deserve. Number 2, improve your diet, as we mentioned previously. Number 3, move more, lift heavy things. Do it more frequently, and don't overdo it. Number 4, get as much sleep as you can, as much as feels right. Don't force yourself to wake up early. Wake up when you can and be more efficient in your day. It helps out so much. And now, if you have any questions, make sure you shoot us a chat in the box below, and we'll try to get to it. Here's our most common question is, how long does it usually take to see improvements? And obviously it depends on the person and their individual conditions and symptoms, but we typically start seeing improvements in the first few days, but overall improvement, thus severe reduction in symptoms or elimination of those symptoms within 3 to 6 months of implementing our program. Why don't you take that next one?
Sure. Yeah. Another question that we usually get are, what are the most common improvements that you see in your program? Usually we see a lot of improvements in energy, a lot of concentration, focus, weight loss, and improvement in digestion, and decrease in inflammatory markers. We're also seeing a lot of improvements across the board in overall health. So
I think that's all. Yeah. We must have covered everything very well.
I think we did. Okay, so thank you all so much for spending some time here with us today. And we sincerely hope that you've learned some things that will help you in your journey to optimal health. If you feel necessary, feel free that you need additional assistance throughout our program. Just click the link below, the yellow button on the right screen, or give us a call. Contact us through our website or our Facebook group.
And join our Facebook group. There's a lot of very supportive people there.
Yeah.
It's called Facing Autoimmunity Head On, as shown on the screen. Again, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
And happy holidays.
Babe.